Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah project. At the time of this recording, we are in the period between Passover and Shavuos, and we're going to be dipping into the various Mishnahs of Pirkei Avos, the ethics of the fathers. These are the sayings of the Tanaim. These are the rabbis of the Mishnah around 2,000 years ago. And we have in chapter 4, Mishnah 23, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar giving real insight into Derech Eretz, into manners and how to behave sensitively to various peoples in various times of their lives. And Rabbi Shimon Elazar says, "Do not appease your fellow in the time of his anger." When a person's enraged, when a person's is consumed with fury, that's probably not a good time to approach him and try to, say, calm down. Because in the history world, someone who's angry never calms down when you say, calm down. That's probably not a good time. When you want to make amends with someone, when you want to appease someone, when you want to make something right, wait for the anger to pass. That's just good common sense. Similarly, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar continues, "Do not console him while his dead lies before him." This is another aspect of manners. For example, when someone's relatives has just died and you pay a shiva call, this is the 7 days immediately after the death, or especially like at the funeral, that's not the time to come in and offer your condolences and everything is going to be fine, and hopefully he'll be in heaven, he's in a better place. This is the time to shut your mouth and be quiet. You go there, you pay a call, you sit beside the mourner, don't say anything. It's too close to the death, and believe me when I say, anything that comes out of your mouth at this time is going to be at best inadequate, and at worst a cliche that's going to sound insensitive. Do not console a mourner while his dead lies before him. Bad timing. Do not question someone about his vow at the time he makes it. When someone makes a promise, that's not a good time to ask him a bunch of questions about it. He's just made the vow. Don't show a little Derech Eretz, show a little sensitivity. That's bad timing. Obviously, anything he's going to say is going to confirm his vow, and any questions you may have are going to hurt his feelings, saying that you don't trust him to make his vow. Do not attempt to see him at the time of his degradation. When a person is down on the ground, in the dust, when he's just degraded, that's not the time to pay a call. He's not going to want anyone to see him like this. If a person, I'm trying to think of something. If a person's been arrested and they're in jail, depending on the person, he may not want anyone to see him that way. He doesn't want that image to be in anyone's mind. If a person is very, very poor and they're dressed in rags, they don't want anyone to see him that way, especially if he was well-to-do before. Do not attempt to see him at the time of his degradation. When people translate Pirkei Avos, literally it means chapter. A parak is a chapter. Pirkei Avos, chapters of the fathers, verses of the fathers, sayings of the fathers. But oftentimes people will translate Pirkei Avos as ethics of the fathers. And here we have an example of Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar giving you sound ethical advice about someone who's in mourning, someone who's been degraded, someone who's angry and enraged. If you think about it a second, all these things make perfect sense. But the problem is when it happens, people sometimes don't show the best judgment. So take these words to heart. Be a sensitive, mannerly person. Act in an ethical and a sensitive manner. It will reflect well on you. And when you're in a situation where you are seen as a Jew, when you're seen as a moral, ethical, God-fearing person, a Noahide, what you do to the good or to the bad is to people will judge you by it. This character back here who just walked in, this is my friend Yochanan. I may have mentioned him before on several videos. He does the Spanish language videos here for Emunah.com. Yochanan, come here for a second, say hi. And he does his videos in Spanish. I obviously do my videos in English, and we both have the schus, the merit, the privilege of doing videos for Emunah.com. We've had the sincere pleasure of having Rav Dror come to us and ask us to do these things, and believe me, I speak for both of us, it is a labor of love. It is a real pleasure. Baruch Hashem. Until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you so much.